Hey everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. I'm Nina Holtz and I'm the Customer Success Team Lead here at Qwaya, and I'm going to be the presenter today. During the webinar, I'm going to tell you a bit about Qwaya and who we are. Then I'm going to go through what you can do with Qwaya, and then we're going to go into the actual tool, and I'm going to show you how you create a new campaign and how you manage existing campaigns. So Qwaya is a Facebook Ads Manager, and it's a self-service tool, which means that we don't offer a managed service. You need to create and manage the ads by yourself, but hopefully Qwaya will help you speed up that process. We've been a Facebook preferred marketing developer since 2010, and we're located in Stockholm in Sweden. And as you can see by the map, we have customers all around the world. We have customers in around 90 different countries at the moment. So what can you do with Qwaya? With Qwaya, you can create multiple ad variations for all different ad types. So you can just type in the titles you want, the body text you want, and add the images you want, and then Qwaya will gonna create one ad for each combination. So if you have 2 titles, 2 body text, and 2 images, you're gonna get 8 different ad variations. It's also easier to find your right target audience because you're able to split your targetings into smaller segments, and you're going to be able to test how all the different ad variations perform in these different target groups or in these different segments. So it's easier to find what ad works for what target groups and optimize your targeting. We also have different automation features, which will help you remove some of the manual work it takes to manage your Facebook campaigns. So for example, you can set up scheduling, so you can decide during what days and what hours of the day you want to run your campaigns. You can also set up rules to automatically pause campaigns if specific rules are triggered. We also have graphical reporting, and you're able to export graphs and data for your campaigns and ads. Another thing that Qwaya can do is improve the workflow and the organization. For example, you have everything in one place, so you can connect multiple Facebook ad accounts and multiple Facebook user accounts to your Qwaya account, and then you can also share and collaborate. So you and your colleagues can work with the same Facebook user accounts and all the pages and places and applications that this user is an admin of. So you don't have to log in and out of different Facebook user accounts. You can also reuse everything you do because you're able to save it as templates. So all your ad creative work and all your targeting work you can save, and then you can just use it for new campaigns instead of starting from scratch all the time. So let's go into the demo and let's log into Qwaya. So to log into Qwaya, you go to our website and you click login here in the upper right corner. I'm already logged in, so let's go here. When you log in, you will first see this dashboard, and in the dashboard you will be able to see the Facebook user accounts that you have connected. I've only connected one here, and then you can see the ad accounts that this Facebook user is an admin of. You can also, here in settings, you're able to connect more Facebook user accounts here in Facebook connections. You can also invite your colleagues, so you can collaborate in the same Qwaya account. Here in Google Analytics, you're able to connect your Google Analytics account to your Qwaya account, and in that way, if you create domain ads, external website ads, you're able to see transactions and goals for these ads. Here in plans and billings, you're able to upgrade or downgrade your account. You can also change a credit card, and you can also cancel your account. Here in company details, you can update your company name or the address and the VAT number. And here in my profile, you can just see your login email, and you can change password, and here you can log out. So to start working with the tool, you need to select what ad account you want to use and what you want to work with. And I'm going to work with this Marvel Women account. So I click here and I will get to my ad account dashboard. So in the ad account dashboard, you will see some statistics from the last month and some comparison between today's stats and yesterday's and the week. And here you can see a month or by month. So if you want to start, and then you will see this top menu. So here in my campaigns, you'll be able to see all your existing campaigns. And so everything that you have on Facebook, you'll be able to see here, all your published campaigns and ads. And then here, you have the ad creation process. So to start creating new ads, you need to first set up the ad creative, then set up the targeting, and then publish your ads to Facebook. So I'm going to start with that process, and then we're going to go through how you manage your existing campaigns. So I'm going to click here on Create Ads, and you'll be able to see this left-hand sidebar. In this left-hand sidebar, you'll be able to select what you want to advertise or what you want to promote. So if you want to do ordinary domain ads, you can click here. And domain ads are the ads that only can appear on the right-hand side of Facebook. So here you can see you have the website address, you have the title, body text, and images. So here you can add multiple. You just add your website address, then you can add multiple titles, multiple body text, and multiple images. And then you can also save it as a template down here. You can also create open graph sponsor stories, and if your mobile app isn't registered with Facebook, you're able to create custom mobile apps here. And then you have your pages and places here. So you can click on your page in order to create ads for the page. So when you click on the ad, you will see this pop-up, and here you'll be able to see some statistics for the page. You will also be able to select between different ad formats. So for example, here you can do page-like ads, the ordinary ads that direct your traffic to your Facebook page and encourage the user to like your page. You can select here what tab on the page you want to drive the traffic to. So for example, if you have an application on your page, you can select you will be able to see the application here. And then you can also add multiple titles, multiple body text, and multiple images. And down here, you can select where you want your ad to be shown. So the placement, if you want it to be shown on desktop newsfeed, desktop right-hand column, newsfeed, on mobile, and you can also select between different mobile devices. Then another ad type is the page post ad. So here you can select between published page posts. So here we'll be able to see a list of all your published page posts, and you just select it and you hit create if you want to use it. You can also select between your unpublished page posts. So you get a list of all your unpublished page posts here, and you'll be able to select between those as well. And then you can select latest page post, and you can also search by page post ID. Then you can also create your unpublished page posts directly in Qwaya. So what you can do then is that you click on one of these. And right now, I would say this ad format, the link post ad, is the most popular ad format on Facebook, because what you can do with these ads is that you're able to drive your traffic to your external website, but you will still be able to place your ad in the newsfeed and also on mobile devices. So what you do here is that you can enter the URL, and then you can enter the caption, and then you can enter post text, name, description, images, and your ad will look like this. And if you hover over these question marks, you will always be able to see what you're entering. So you can see here that you have the center of the ad is actually the page, in this case Jasper's Market. But then if someone clicks on the link or the image, they will get to your external website. So this is like an ad for your external website, but you'll be able to place it in the newsfeed and on mobile devices, because that you cannot do when you create the domain ads. You can also do image post ads if you want to, just add the text and the images, and then you have the different sponsor stories down here. So the difference between a sponsor story and a Facebook ad is that in order for a sponsor story to appear, there needs to be an interaction with your page. So for example, if someone likes your page, and then the friends of the person who liked the page will be able to see this story. So it's more like a recommendation than an actual ad. However, Facebook will sunset these ad formats in April. So on April 9th, they will stop. You will not be able to use sponsored stories anymore. So that's how you can create new ads. But I also told you that you're able to save all your ad creative work as templates, and then you'll be able to find them here in the Use Template tab. And here you can see that I have different folders, and in these different folders I have templates. So for example, if I open up this one, I have an ad called Longing for Spring. So if I double click on that one, it will open up. And here you can see I've added the URL, the caption, the post text, the name, the description, and 2 images. So if I click create now, you'll be able to see the ads here. And for link post ads, you're not able to see a preview of the ad. But for page post ads and domain ads and page like ads, you'll be able to do that. So this is how you can use existing templates. If you would like to use an existing template but change it a bit, you just open it up again. And here you can, for example, you can add a new name, or you can just change images on it. So let's say maybe we want to change this one. Like this. And then you can just press save as. Link post. This. Save to ad account. And then if I press create now, you're going to see it's going to be 2 different ads with different title. And then if we open up this one, we have to refresh. It has to refresh. So here you can see version 2. That's the one that we just created. So this is how you can use the templates. So you don't have to start from scratch. You can just edit the existing templates that you have. And of course you can change the images, or you can do any changes that you want. So when you have your ads here in this preview window, they are activated. So they're not published to Facebook, but these are the ad variations you're going to use in your campaign that you're about to publish. So the next step is to go to Set Targeting. In the Set Targeting tab, you also have this sidebar with a lot of different targeting templates. So here I've saved my targeting work as templates. So the same goes here. If I want to use one of these old templates, I can do that just by double click on it. But if I want to start from scratch, I can just click here, New Targeting. So here I can type in the countries that I want to target. For example, United Kingdom. And then you can see states, cities, languages, and depending on what country you have selected, you will get different options here. Then you have the age and gender targeting, and say that I want to target people between 20 and 49. And you can select gender. I only want to target females. Here you have the broad categories, and you have interests. So here you can search for different interests, and you'll also get different suggested topics down here. And let's see. Like that. And then you have the connection targeting. So you're able to target people that are a fan of your page or not. And I'm going to target people that are not fans of my page. And then you have the relationship targeting here, you have education and occupation, and you also have custom audiences. So if you have a list of your current users, you're able to upload that list into Facebook or into Qwaya, and Facebook will try to match all the email addresses you have with the current Facebook users, and then you'll be able to target people on that list. So this is very similar to Facebook. We are pulling all the data directly from Facebook. The main difference here is that you're able to split by. So for example, you can split by countries. Say that I want to target Germany as well. Then I can split by country, and I'm going to get one targeting for UK and another for Germany. I can also split by age if I want to. So say every 10th year maybe. Then I will get one age group from 20 to 29, another from 30 to 39, and a third one from 40 to 49. You can split by gender as well. So you'll be able to split by everything where you see these small checkboxes. So the next step is to save this as a template. So I click Save As. Like this. And then I can click Create. And you can see that I get 6 different targetings, and that's because I have one targeting for each country and for each age group. So you have Germany 2029, 3039, 4049, and then I have the same for United Kingdom. And then you'll be able to see here is my targeting template. So if I double click on it, it will open up, and here I can do changes to it again if I would like to change something. So the next step is to go to publish ads. And here we will tie together all your ad creatives with your targetings. So here I have 2 ad creatives and I have 6 targetings. And that's why it says generate 12 ads here, because 2 times 6 equals 12. So you will be able to see how all the different ad creatives are performing in the 6 different target groups. So I click here and you will get 3 different options. The first option is to place your 12 ads into one campaign. So one campaign with 12 ads in it. The second option here is to create one campaign per targeting segment. So here you will get 6 different campaigns with 2 ads in each. And this is a really great feature to use, especially if you're using, if you have multiple targetings, because it's better to have fewer ads in each campaign than to have a lot of ads in just one campaign. And that's because Facebook, when they run their own optimization process, and very quickly they decide which ad is the best one. So what happens if you have a lot of ads in the same campaign is that they start showing some of the ads, but they will not distribute the ads evenly. So some of the ads will get very few, most of the ads will get very few impressions, only very many ads will get a lot of very few impressions, but a few ads will get a lot of impressions, or like the same amount of impressions. So you don't really know which ad was the best one, because there were a lot of ads that didn't get a chance to perform. But if you select this option where you get only 2 ads in each campaign, you force Facebook to show both of the ads more times before they start optimizing and decide which is the best one. And then the third option here is to use one existing campaign. So then you publish your 12 ads into an existing campaign. But I'm going to use this one campaign per targeting segment. So what I have to do here is to come up with the campaign prefix. That is the common name for my 6 campaigns. So for example here, longing for spring was the name of my creative. and I will take and name it version 2. And then you have fashion interest, not fans, March, Germany, and the age group. So the last part here will be added dynamically depending on your targeting group and your targeting name. And then you can put these campaigns into a campaign folder. I have one that is called Longing for Spring, so I'm going to take that one. And you can select start and end time if you want to, and then you type in the budget. And the budget is per campaign. So if I type in 50 here, it's going to be 50 times 6, so 300 in total. Then you can select the bid types. So you have CPC, CPM, optimize CPM. Here you can optimize on the Facebook pixel, and you also have CPA, which is cost per acquisition. I'm going to use optimize CPM, and I'm gonna optimize on clicks, and I'm gonna give it 5. And then you can select, if you're doing domain ads, you can add the Google Analytics tracking. I'm not doing that, so I'm going to remove that one. Then you can select your Facebook pixel if you want to track one of your Facebook pixels. I'm going to hit generate 12 ads. And here you can see the campaign name, and you can see the 2 ads in this campaign. Then here is the second campaign. It's called Germany 30 to 39, 2 ads. Then you have another one, Germany 40 to 49. And then you have the one for United Kingdom. So when you have your ads here, you're able to remove the ads you don't want to publish. You can select and hit remove selected. But if you're happy with all of your ads, you just hit publish 12 ads, and they will go off to Facebook and into the ordinary approval process. So you will first see them in the publishing queue for a bit, and then you'll find them in the My Campaigns tab. So before we go there, I'm going to stop for questions. I have a question here from Aaron asking about what's splitting by age and gender. But I think you already found out about it when I told you about it. So that's great. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. I have a question here regarding Facebook's new campaign structure. If we're going to reflect that. So I don't know if you all heard about it, but so yesterday Facebook started rolling out their new campaign structure, and what that means is you will get a third level in the campaign. So now you have campaign and you have ads, but Facebook will add a top level to that. So that will be named campaigns actually. And what's campaigns now will be ad sets, and then you have ads below that. And we haven't seen any ad accounts that have been rolled out yet. But when they start doing that, Qwaya will adapt to the new campaign structure, and you will be able to and it will work for you as it does in Facebook's own interfaces. So what will happen is that you will get 3 levels. You will get campaigns, ad sets, and ads, and that will be reflected in Qwaya as well. So I can show you here what will happen here in My Campaigns is that in this left-hand sidebar, where you now can see the current campaigns, you will also see your new campaign levels. Then when you select the campaign here, let's say this one, then you will see your ad sets here for that campaign, and then here in the ads view you will see the ads. So it will, instead of campaign view, it would be ad set view and then ads. So it will be very similar, but not exactly the same. And that will change when your ad account is changed. I can see that I have another question here. Is it possible to change content, text and creative, or targeting after uploading ads with Qwaya? It's not possible to change the targeting and then you need to republish the ad with the new targeting. But if you saved everything as templates, this is quite easy and it goes quickly because you can just select the same ad creatives and just edit your targeting template and then publish it. Depending on what ad type you're creating, you can change the content. So if you're doing domain ads or page-like ads, for example, you're able to, and the app ads, you're able to change the content. But if you're doing, for example, page post ads, you're not able to do it because what Facebook does is that you publish a whole post. You're not able to change a published post. Then you need to go back and change it in the ad creatives, in the create ads tab, and then set your targeting and then publish your ads. So, but that's why it's very good to save your ad creatives and your targetings as templates, because it makes it much easier if you want to change stuff after you published it. Okay, I'm gonna continue now with showing you how you manage your existing campaigns, and I'm gonna stop for questions later on. So here, if I select my campaigns here, you'll be able to see them as well here in the campaign view. And up here, you have different canned reports. So if I change between these reports, the columns that I'm looking at will shift. And you can always add or remove columns here in the column drop down. And you have a lot of different metrics to choose between here. And so you can actually create your own reports, because when you add and remove columns, they will be auto-saved. So the next time you select this canned report, it will be the columns that you choose the last time. If you select a campaign, you'll be able to see this bottom toolbar. And in this bottom toolbar, you have graphs, you have campaign settings, and you can also, you can export this as data or as an image. You can also, here you can look at campaign settings, so you can edit the campaign name and the budget. And then you can also find our automation features down here. So for example, you have scheduling. So what you can do here is that you can decide during what days and what hours of the day you want to run your campaigns. So what I've done here is that I've gone into our web analytics tool and I looked during what days and what hours do we have the most traffic and the best conversions, and then I've set up my campaigns to only run during these hours. So what I can do is that I can just, I can click here and then I just drag it, and then this is the time it's gonna be active. Then I can right click on this period and I can copy this to, for example, Sunday. And then if I want to activate this, I just press on and save. And then you can see it's a small blue dot in front of scheduling, and the icon here is red, which indicates that it's automated. And then we also have campaign rules. So what you can do here is that you can select to automatically pause your campaigns if specific rules are triggered. So here I have CTR. You have other metrics that you can choose between, for example, cost per mobile app install or cost per offsite conversion. You have page likes, spent, average CPC. But say that I want to do it on CTR, so I want to pause my campaign if CTR falls below 0.3% in lifetime. And what I also have to do here is that I have to go in and I have to set up the condition for the rule. And here I set it up to activate my rule when impressions exceeds 20,000. So when my campaign has more than 20,000 impressions, we're going to go in and see if the CTR is below or above 0.3%. If it's above, we're going to keep running the campaign, but if it's below, we're going to pause the campaign. And to set this on, you do as with campaign scheduling, you just switch this on and press save. Then we also have ad rules. So what you can do here is that you can automatically pause your ads. So it's the same as the campaign rules, but instead of pausing the whole campaign, you're going to pause individual ads. So maybe here I want to use it. I don't want to run campaigns that are too expensive, so I want to pause my ad if average CPC exceeds 5 in lifetime. And I want to set this up. I want to activate rule when I have more than 1,000 impression on my ad. So the same here, press on and save if you want to activate the rule. Our last automation feature that we have is ad rotation. So you're able to rotate a subset of your ads. So for example, in this campaign, I only have 2 ads. So what I can do here is that I can select to rotate one ad every day. And then the first day, one ad will be active and the second one will be paused. The next day, the other ad will be active and the first one will be paused. So they will, they will shift like this, being paused and active. And this is especially useful if you have, say that you have added 6 different images in your campaign. So you have 6 different ads. Then you can select to show one ad each day. And then the first day, one ad will be active and the rest will be paused. The second day, a new ad will be active and the rest will be paused. And in this way, you keep the campaign fresh to make sure that all your ads get impressions, and also that the user, the viewer, don't get tired of looking at the same ad over and over again. Then here in the automation log, you'll be able to see when the campaign was turned on and off due to the scheduling, and also which ads were rotated by the ad rotation. So this is how you can look at the campaign statistics and how you can manage your campaigns. But then you probably want to look at the ads more in detail. What you do then is that you click here in the ads view, and you'll be able to see the ads. So here you can also select between different canned reports. You can also see a preview of the actual ad on the different devices that you selected. You can see the audience. And you can also select to hide details, and you'll only be able to see the data for the ad. Here and you can click here, show detail, if you want to see the previews again. Then here in columns, you're able to again add more metrics, so you can look at more. You have more data to look at. And then here in group by, you're able to, for example, group by bid type, or here in campaign, you can do it by campaign name, for example. And then you're able to actually see, what ads are in what belongs to what campaign. Then if you select an ad, you'll be able to see the bottom toolbar again. Here you can look at graphs for individual ads. You can look at your targeting here. And then here in creatives, you're able to, if this were a domain ad or page-like ad, I would be able to edit the content of the ad inside here. And you can also copy creative. So you can copy this creative and use it for a new ad if you want to. But since this is a page post ad or a link post ad, I'm not able to edit this one. Then here in bidding, you're able to update the bids. So you can edit bid type, and you can edit the max bid. You can do this for one ad at a time or for all ads that you have selected. So just type in your new bid and hit update, and the changes will go off to Facebook. You can also look at the tracking. So what pixel you have selected. You can add a new pixel if you want to, or change the existing one that you have. You will always be able to see when was the last time you refresh the statistics, and if you want to refresh it again, just hit refresh, and you click stats for visible campaigns, and we will download the latest statistics. So here you can see it. You can also see this white box appearing. You can export the data for your ads to Excel here. Just click here and you can add more metrics, and then you just hit download. And of course, up here is where you change the time frame. So if you want to look at custom data, for example, or the custom time frame, you click here, lifetime you have up here, etc. So this was actually what I wanted to show you today. So I'm going to stop again for questions and see if I have some more questions. No, doesn't seem like I'm getting any more questions. So I'm going to go back to my presentation. So if you have any more questions, you're more than welcome to send them to support@qwaya.com or look at our support page, qwaya.com/support, where we have our user guide and our FAQ. If you want more strategic or tactical advice, I would recommend you to look in our blog, qwaya.com/blog. We try to post a lot of useful information about Facebook marketing. We have guest blogs, what to think about when choosing image, if you're a startup, best tips for startups on Facebook, etc. So there's a lot of really useful stuff there. So I really recommend you to look there. If you want to make sure that you don't miss anything from us, please follow us on Twitter with Qwaya Social or like us on Facebook where we just Qwaya. Thank you all for the great questions today and for attending the webinar. I wish you all a great day and I hope to talk to you soon again. Goodbye and take care.